Tell me if you like it when I kiss on your lips. Guide you through the valley of an ocean. Make you breathe in slow motion. Read your mind and come explore the galaxy. Have a little taste of my gravy.
What's good, y'all? I'm your host, Asia.
And it's your boy, BJ. And we
so in a habit.
We tripping.
And this is Extra Script Podcast. We so used to saying we back like we never left.
Yeah,
but shit,
exactly
we back
where
like
we
we
was
never
going.
left.
Absolutely. And again, this is Extra Script.
Yeah.
Y'all, we just going off the cuff. This is just, hey, we're just going to freelance it like we always do.
Yeah, right. I'm not editing that. Look.
At all.
I can't even talk now.
Right.
I ain't taking it out.
Now, y'all know what we do about this time. We're about to be getting into some really, really good things today.
Yeah.
Really, really interesting things that we're going to be talking about.
Good stuff.
Yes. So how's your day going? Everything good? You
really
coaching?
good. Yeah. You know what, y'all? I just want to say, too, while I'm on this little conversation, since you gave me a little spotlight and stuff, y'all, I just want to just tell all of our, like, supporters and stuff, y'all are real ones, okay? Like, all of our peeps that followed us over here, even though, you know, podcasting ain't y'all's, like, favorite thing that we do. Like, I appreciate y'all so much, and it means a lot to both of us that y'all have supported us on this journey, and y'all are carrying us through over here as well. And I just want to say how much we appreciate y'all. It means a lot. From the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate every single one of y'all.
I feel like our community is very, very open-minded. They're always willing to try new things.
Absolutely.
They see us out here doing new things. They like, we're going to tune in. We're going to hold y'all down. But, yeah, you are right about that.
Yeah.
Man, we appreciate each and every last one of y'all. We say it all the time. We got the best community on YouTube.
Yeah.
And, hey, we're going to hold it down for y'all, too. We got to represent for y'all, too, the right way.
There we go. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I know this might go a certain type of way. Don't laugh, y'all. I got on socks.
I
was trying not to show them, and I got socks on with my little cute outfit.
I'm always moving my mic around.
Are you not cold?
No.
I am so cold right now. Well, I mean, probably because I got on less clothing, but I'm just saying.
Sometimes less is best.
I'm a little bit nippy over here. I'm just saying. Okay, what?
Sometimes less is best. I had to get a whole look of the whole ensemble.
Okay, well then you need to stop looking. I
saw the whole ensemble when you were standing
see
up.
how you about to break everything, trying to lean forward
I
and
almost
looking
broke my
at
neck
everything.
trying to.
See, y'all were trying to do all the extra and stuff. You just need to just do the regular thing.
I almost broke my neck trying to look, but yeah, I'm just trying to see the whole ensemble while you sitting down because I saw it while you were standing up. I saw your nice, you know what I'm saying, your nice stallion strut a little while ago, but I'm just trying to see. You know what I mean? Like, see how you look while you sitting down.
Okay.
But yeah, y'all. Enough of all of that.
He is the most, y'all. Y'all can't take him serious sometimes, okay? Just saying.
But yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. For episode 4, y'all, we are getting into, what would you call it? AsiaandBJ's YouTube questions.
We're answering the burning questions that we get all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's probably the best way. Like, isn't that what usually the title says? Burning questions that you all have for us.
I guess I wouldn't say
haven't answered.
I guess I wouldn't say unhinged questions. I don't think we're finna do nothing unhinged.
No, it's not. It doesn't. No, it's not.
We're not going that way. We're not going in that direction just yet.
No. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, smash the notification bell. If you over on YouTube, if you listening on you know, Apple or Google or Spotify or iHeart or anything like that, you know, go ahead and leave us a review. Follow us. Make sure y'all download, support the channel and stuff. Show us some love and everything.
Absolutely.
All that stuff.
I feel like it's a little different when people can actually like watch our videos and see us because a lot of people like to watch the visuals.
Yeah.
But for people to go the length to actually like listen to us and be sitting while they working and listening to us and just enjoying what we're talking about, man.
Right.
It means the world to us.
Agree. Okay.
Absolutely.
So today, we're getting into some questions that you guys have been asking us for a while. We're mysterious people, I guess.
I think they say that we're mysterious entities.
But you know, we've been doing this for a while now. What's our career been like on YouTube?
I think the main thing that we started off, we just started doing like little like couples videos.
Yeah.
Talking, doing challenges.
Right.
Connect. I remember the first video that we did was the one that we held up the paper.
Yeah.
That was like
Never
one of the
Have
first.
I Ever.
Never Have I Ever was like one of our first ones. one of our first videos.
Or no,
that
we played
did.
Who's Most Likely, I think. It was either Never Have I Ever or Who's
Or
Most Likely.
Who's Most Likely.
I can't remember.
And so that's pretty much where our YouTube journey started.
Yeah.
And then from there, it went to Asia doing the fart prank on me in the car, funking up the
I
car.
forgot about that.
And then from the pranks, it kind of grew into us like venturing into doing like UK rap. Quick story. Somebody that you knew on YouTube that was doing YouTube at the time.
No, she wasn't doing YouTube. She was. She was doing YouTube, but she followed me on Instagram.
Okay.
And she reached out to me and she's like, "Hey, have you guys ever thought about doing reactions to UK rap?" I didn't even really know like reactions, what they really were for real. Like I was like,
I didn't either.
No.
I wasn't 100% sure exactly what reactions
We
were.
haven't.
No.
So she's like, "Why don't y'all try?" And then I'm like, I wouldn't even know who to start with because I literally don't know any UK rap artists.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave me like a list, like maybe like 5 artists, UK artists, and she's like, "Check these out and see about doing reactions to them." And I was like, "Yeah, I kind of like shrugged it off, but we did it."
Yeah.
Because
and I wasn't even really completely aware. I knew that the UK has a hip hop rap scene.
Yeah.
And I might have only heard maybe 1 or 2 names back then, and other than that, I didn't know anything either.
Well, you knew more than me, because I didn't even know that. I had none.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know any of them, and yeah.
I might have heard of maybe 1 or 2 names.
Really?
As far as like UK rap,
That's
but other than that, I
actually
didn't
really
know
good though, for you to at least know that much. Yeah, because I had never heard of anybody.
But but just like you, I was lost as far as doing music reactions. As far as, like you said, trying to figure out who they were.
Yeah, we never watched reactions. We never followed reactors like before we started doing YouTube. Like I definitely wasn't into reactions like that. Like I never watched them anyway. So even when we started, we didn't know what we were doing.
You know what?
We were just doing what we thought we should do.
Yeah. And you know what? We probably need to take a trip down memory lane and go watch some of those.
Oh God, we were so like ratchet though.
And watch like some of and watch like the first 5 UK rap videos that we did, and just look at them and see like if we really knew what we were doing. Because I can tell you right now, I had no inclination on how to do it.
No.
I definitely didn't know if it was going to work or not.
No, me neither.
Even when we started doing that, we started seeing like a fan base kind of growing around us.
Yeah. Yep, that's when AsiaandBJ really kind of came out.
We started getting like a lot of. We actually like got a lot of support where people were like really like championing what we were doing.
Yeah.
And I was almost like I had no idea.
I didn't either.
Where it was going.
Yeah.
Like, did you? No,
I didn't, and I didn't know what to expect. I guess I didn't have any expectation. Mm-hmm. Like at that point, we were still like nobody, and we were just putting up videos and happy about the little 20 or 30 views that we were getting, and like,
but
because that's what it was.
Yeah, at first starting out, but y'all, it took maybe like a month, and then it just seemed like it just started to just go.
Yeah, it did. It did.
And
it blew up.
And then at one point in time, they started saying we were their favorite.
Yeah.
It
was like, oh, how cute.
Because it was like we were like the newest on the scene.
Yeah.
Not
knowing anything that we were doing, like clueless, literally. Yeah.
Because everything that we did, we pretty much just like how we do now. We read through the comments and just let people kind of like lead the way. Mm-hmm. And so.
So we did music reactions. We still do music reactions. So that's how AsiaandBJ was really kind of born. And then we started doing movie reactions. Mm-hmm. I don't know how long we had been doing music before we got into the movies, but it's been a year now since we've done movies. So we've been doing movie reactions.
Almost a year to the date.
No,
maybe a little bit more, like a year and 2 months.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because we started in June.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
And then
what has that journey been like though?
Movies?
As far as like jumping into like the movie lane, yeah.
I've been enjoying the movies are they're nice because we weren't like movie gurus. We didn't watch movies like that before, like a few here and there, like we'd watch movies when we'd watch them. Like we didn't really even go to the movies a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly, now, thinking back on it.
No, we didn't.
We just weren't like, into like the movie scene. So it was something new, just like the music was. Like it was something new, like it's still new. Like, because a lot of the stuff that we were watching, like we've never seen it before. So I feel like we're catching up to all the great iconic movies that have always been here for the longest. And now we just now catching up and everybody's like, where y'all been? What have you been doing?
I know. I see that too. And the crazy part about it is like when we say that it's our first time watching it, it's our first time watching it from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And when someone says like, there's no way they haven't seen this movie.
Right.
I don't see what you haven't seen Iron Man.
No.
And I'm literally like,
definitely not an Iron Man person.
like I've seen the commercials, but as far as watching the entire movie, no.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
You could probably even say, I don't know, like I've never been into that kind of stuff, like
Oh, like Marvel,
superhero stuff, like
even stuff that we watch, like Lord of the Rings. You've never really been into like Lord of the Rings.
No, when we watched Lord of the Rings, that was the very first time that we watched Lord of the Rings, and I don't know
Yeah.
how long that movie's been out. Like, of course, I know about Lord of the Rings. I've never ever watched it.
Mhm.
Just like Harry Potter, we're only 4 movies in now.
So yeah, about 4 movies.
Never
Yep.
ever watched Harry Potter. I've never read the book. I've never anything with Harry Potter.
But
I rode the ride.
right. You did do that.
That's all I know. And then also,
And we've been doing vlogs.
yeah, we do.
Yeah, we got a vlog channel.
We started a new vlog channel after
Mhm.
we stopped doing the vlogs on AsiaandBJ.
Yep, yep.
So we made a new vlog channel, which is now AsiaandBJ, but it's Asia and BJ, like how it is up here
Mhm.
with the X in the middle. But we have the React channel. So we did a lot of reactions to like comedy and South Park and still a lot of stuff that we've never seen before,
Yeah.
comedians that we've never heard of. Well, now we've heard of them.
Yeah.
Now we have.
But yeah, we did. But we really got into like a
Um,
lot of different comedy acts.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and now we're here. Now we have a podcast channel. So this is all still very new as
'Cause-
well. That is our history on YouTube in a nutshell.
Yeah, pretty much. It's been an eventful journey as far as just evolving with YouTube. Feel like we've evolved well.
Yeah.
Just feel like we're just getting better with time.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
in a nutshell, like you said.
There you go.
There you have it. I guess we can start at the top as far as like the
questions, especially for everybody that's new to us. Okay, so thank you for coming. Thank you. Welcome in.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the fam. We're a little bit special sometimes, but you go here. Okay, just
Absolutely.
know.
Absolutely.
know.
Hey,
Yeah.
our fam.
You want me to ask the first question? I wrote down ones that I think that we see the most of. We're going to try to answer those questions. I'll start with like the obvious. What's it like working together?
Oh, you just gonna jump right into it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say,
Don't say the wrong thing.
Oh, I'm finna say the wrong thing. Asia gets on my nerves sometimes. I get on her nerves sometimes. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just with us working together and us
Yeah.
being around each other 24/7.
time.
I feel like it's a lot of couples out there that could never do what we do, that can never be around each other this much and still keep it together.
All day, every
Yeah.
day around the clock. Like, yeah, it's a lot.
So I'm trying to say, like, I got to give you some credit. I got to give me some credit because we still here. We still hanging in there for real. Yeah, you have mostly good days, 90, 95, 99% of the time. And then that 1% of the time is like, I done got on Asia's nerves and she just like, babe, I need you to go over there. I'm finna go out for a little while. I'm finna just go clear my head. And sometimes that's what you need. Like, it's just real. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, because we're always together. That's the thing is like,
Mhm.
and the other part of that is just trying to find like a work-life balance,
Yeah.
where we can
That's important.
separate the work stuff from like just personal, just being Asian BJ, the husband and wife Asian BJ versus the business partners, the peers, business owners trying to run a business. Like, let's just talk about the kids.
And sometimes it's not easy because now you see, people that are workaholics. Now you see what that life is really about.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that both of us do this full time. And so, being that this is, you have to look at it like a business. It's our business. So we have to put in a lot of effort and neither one of us want to fail. So I think that's probably our biggest fear in doing what we are doing is that we will fail. Like just as easy as, you know, we were blessed to be able to have a platform and blessed to grow into what
now.
we are now
Mm-hmm.
and given to us, it will be taken away just like that, you know.
Yeah.
So
Especially if you take it for granted.
yeah, absolutely. And so, you know, it is something that I take, you know, very seriously. And I don't take it for granted because I know how valuable it is and what it means and how much work and effort we've put into doing this and putting this together and, you know, continuing to do what we're doing. Like,
And how far we've come.
yeah, it took a lot.
Yeah,
you know,
so
blood, sweat, tears, you know, doubts.
a lot of losses.
A lot of losses,
Yeah.
you know, what we put into it. We are seeing now, like, how much that hard work has paid off. That doesn't make me want to let off the gas at all. Like,
Yeah,
I feel
but
like
that-
we just got to keep
I feel-
going.
but I feel like that's part of it is like not letting off of the gas or knowing how much of the gas to take off so you can kind of like take a load off
a
and
little
kind of
bit.
clear your head, clear
Yeah.
your mind.
It is,
Because-
but it's hard for us to like want to take time off too, because then, you know, of course, everything that we have going on, like we literally try to prepare for that time. And it's just like sometimes we run out of time trying to do that because obviously we're working double, triple the amount of work and time to do that so we can make sure that we still can post while we gone.
Exactly.
But shoot, them days, y'all, by the time it come time to be
Yeah.
ready to go,
But
like I don't want to do anything.
right, you just want to lay there and just be like, are we ready? Is it time to go yet?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's one
Yeah.
of those moments where it's like, okay, it's, you know, I'm finally here. This is the
Yeah.
stage. And it's like, once you get a taste of that stage, it's like, I got to get back on the
Right.
stage.
Hurry up and get back.
Got to get back on it tomorrow.
Not only that, but it's just, you know, because we thoroughly, like, I think both of us thoroughly enjoyed, like, genuinely. You know what I mean? So both of us, like, you know, are so attached to wanting to figure out how we can make it better. And I feel like that doesn't stop. You know, even when we're in the bed, it's like, what if we try to, you know, change the lens and get a different light and move the cameras and move the light? And it's just like, at some point, your brain has to stop. But
Yeah.
that's the part
That you
that's
have
hard.
to, yeah, that's the part
to
that's the part that you really like deal with as far as like balancing it on that scale and trying to get the right balance.
Yeah, because it makes you anxious.
Yes.
Makes you very anxious. Like, because you
Babe,
don't know.
Babe, as far as the anxiety, man, I don't think I've ever had as much anxiety as I have right now.
Really?
Sometimes. Maybe when I was working 2 jobs, the anxiety was there a little bit, but I feel like now, but I feel like sometimes it's good anxiety. You're always cognizant of what's going on. So
Well, not only that, I mean, but the fact that we have kids and, you know, they have things going on and they have needs and they need attention. And then there's trying to figure out where there's time for Asia and BJ, you know, like to cut off everything around us, stop the YouTube talk, stop everything and just focus on us. And I
'Cause-
feel like that's the part where it gets really hard. And I feel like the only time we really can do that, even speaking now, is like when we go on vacation. I feel like that's the only time like we
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
connect to each other, you know?
yeah.
Because otherwise it's just like we're here and we're in the now and we're
And we're
worried about
together and it's like,
what we got to do.
what we got going on tomorrow?
Right.
You know?
You know, but that's something we're working on. We've talked about that because I feel like, to be honest, there have been arguments because we don't take time to with each other. You know,
Absolutely.
like, you know, I get in my feelings because I'm like, all we do is just do YouTube. You know,
Absolutely.
but I mean
And
that
you're right.
in the best way because I'm just like sometimes I just want to be with us and be with our thoughts and be with ourselves and enjoy each other's company. And sometimes we get lost.
And
in that.
and that's where that part comes in where you talk about like the work and then
Yeah.
the life balance.
Yeah.
You know, our drive to succeed
Right.
is just so it's unsurmountable.
Right. Through the roof.
It's through the roof.
Through the roof. Like, it's just a consistent battle, really, of just trying to make time and find time and, you know, make time for each other when we can, but
Absolutely.
we try to do it in the healthiest way that we can without pulling ourselves away too long, because obviously time is not on our side.
Yeah.
It works against us these days.
Yeah. So I guess that kind of would absolve one of these other questions that's on here that somebody was asking was like how much time does it take to like do videos and get the content out? As far as like how much time it takes to like to actually create content and then be able to like have it ready and put it out with great quality.
There's a lot of, that's the thing. I think a lot of people, like the misconception of like people think that it looks, maybe because obviously we make it look easy, watching movies, putting together vlogs, reaction channel, like
music, all of that stuff.
It takes time, like, because then you have to render everything. You have to wait for that. Like, so that stops everything. You can't do anything until your videos are done rendering. Like, so you can't go to the next. You can't go to the next. You have to do like everything is
especially if you're working from one computer and then you have something else you have to do.
Yes.
And you're trying to render a file. It's like you got to wait. However long that
half
an hour.
Yeah.
And so that's 30 minutes.
For it to render.
And then, think about doing a movie that's 2 hours. So that's already 2.5 hours right there. And you really haven't done anything but just reacted to the movie.
Right. And same thing with like the episodes and stuff that we do too. Like we do them 2 at a time. So that's 2 hours every time. Then you got to render. Then they have to be put in like, it just takes time. Like,
and I feel like you said, that's the misconception regarding like YouTube and the videos, because people that are watching it, the viewers, it's almost like they're getting like the microwave version of what we did.
Not to mention, everything that had to take place before we went in, like before we actually got started with the video. Like even with today, we walked in here, we got ready to start recording, and the computer's not working.
And ain't that the damnedest thing?
The editing software needs to be updated. Then you got to wait 15 minutes for that. Then your computer needs to be restarted. Then, whatever it is. There's always something that comes up where it's just like the unforeseen circumstances type of situations that arise. That happens a lot,
yes, ma'am.
More often than you would think. And I'm sure we're not the only ones. I know that there's some creators out there like,
Thank you for saying that and bringing that up, because people just don't understand.
They just don't understand.
And it's a lot of people out there. It's some that do.
Yeah,
it's
I feel
a
like
good
the
portion
people who
that
get it, but a lot of people don't get it. Like,
Because
especially when, we get a lot of requests about doing things and, songs and this and this and that. And it's just like there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Like it feels like sometimes there's a lot of pressure built up to get things done, because then you got people asking us like, well, when is the next this coming out? Well, why is this coming out? And when is this coming out? And you guys have done this 3 times and y'all haven't done this. And it's just like, take a deep breath.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
See?
I mean? Because ultimately it puts pressure on us, and we're already stressed to some degree, but then
we already got the pressure on ourselves.
Yeah, so. Like with everything to deliver content. Mm-hmm. But then, there's always, the people that are like, you guys are not, I'm unsubscribing because
it took y'all 5 days to put the video out.
Yeah, it's like, I didn't have anything to do with that. Like, I'm doing the best I can. And like, you just want to scream that to the world sometimes. And it's like, they don't care. They don't care to hear what issue or what problem you have going on. They just want what they want when they want it. And that's it. But
it also teaches you as well, as far as like, being a supplier and then the consumer.
Yeah.
It's never enough supply for the consumer. So it's like now you learning the whole thing about like supply and demand at the end of the day. You thought it was just a term or word, and it's like, no, now I understand.
Yeah,
like,
I get
the
it
real
now.
meaning of it.
I get it.
Yeah.
And the thing is that I don't mind it, because at least that means that people care enough to want to see things from us and us deliver the content to them. But at the same time, it's just like, gosh, like I wish people knew like how they make us feel sometimes, because it almost makes even though we feel like we do a lot, because we do a lot.
Yes, ma'am. Come
There's
on now.
always the people that also are in the category that make you feel like you're not doing anything at all or fast enough.
Or not enough, yeah.
You
for
know,
sure.
and that's the thing. And you just kind of got to like roll that off your shoulders because it's like, man, I know that we've been up working today since 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we're not probably going to bed until 11:30, 12, 1 or 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So
and kind of like the piggyback off what you said right there, just about people feeling like we're not doing enough of them, or putting out enough content. But on the flip side, we see a lot of comments where people are like, "Man, y'all do the most.
Right.
Y'all do way more than the average person or the average YouTuber or the average content creator." So, like I said, sometimes you have to like know what you're doing and what you're doing it for, and knowing that we are doing as much as we can
possibly do
humanly possible.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that's the only thing, like.
And it's not all the time.
Yeah. And I wouldn't say that's necessarily like I said, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just, you know, when you're adding pressure to a stressful situation, it just makes you, that's where the anxiety comes in.
Yeah.
You know.
But guess what that pressure does though?
It makes you work harder.
No, it'll make you work harder, but you already know what happens with pressure. Pressure make diamonds, baby.
Okay. Yeah.
So, hey, bring on the pressure. Bring it on.
Yeah.
We are up for the challenge. It is all good on this side.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the honest answer.
How has your friend group changed since starting YouTube?
Oh, man.
How has your friend group changed?
Honestly, I feel like the group has changed, like in terms of the people that I talk to probably the most now versus people that I used to talk to probably more often. But I really didn't talk to a lot of people to begin with, like before we even started YouTube. Like a lot of people would probably or have probably heard us talk about us talking to our day ones on Discord. We used to get on Discord all the time and talk in a group chat until like 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes we did that every night for like
6 months straight, at
months,
least.
okay,
At least, yeah,
until we couldn't
almost
even,
a year.
Yeah, we did it for a long time. Like, and it was always the same people. And then every now and then we get a new person in, and then they'd be on the phone with us, and then. Like, we did it until probably we just didn't have the time to do it anymore. Like, I think that's why we don't get on anymore.
Because we started getting more and more on our plate.
Yeah.
And we were like...
more and more people
we
started
stretching
coming
ourselves thin at this point.
Yeah, because then again, that goes back into us trying to find time for ourselves. And it's just like, you know, we've had to learn how to cut it off. You know, because we've given so much. Because
you want to do it all.
Yeah, you want to talk to everybody. You want to know who everybody is because you see them so often. But you know, I feel like we've grown a lot. We've gotten a lot of, you know, we've found a lot of great people in you know, a huge amount of people that we've come across in such a short amount of time, and you know. Some of that took time because obviously we had to weed through the real ones.
It takes time to build relationships.
You know, you know, y'all know when you go through people, you know, next.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Next,
right.
You know.
Some people go here, some people don't go here.
Right.
So you kind of go through that growing pain of like just building the relationships.
Yeah.
You know?
But in terms of like people that I was talking to before we started YouTube, like they don't talk to me. They don't support me on Facebook. They don't support us on Instagram. Like if I
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, if I post something like on my personal Facebook page, like people don't like it. They don't say anything. Nobody comments. But then
you know what I want to say? Go ahead. Go ahead.
It hurt, like, you know, and I guess it doesn't hurt my feelings, but I'm just like, damn. You know, the people that you want to support you and that you would expect to say something or hearted.
Damn that shit kind of hurt my feelings.
Those are the people, they don't say anything. They don't talk about it, but then they watch. They watch us. They don't comment. They don't comment. They don't say anything. Yeah. They don't support it. They don't anything.
But the way that I know that they definitely be tuning in, because then when I come around, I see them, and we see each other face to face. Then that's when all the questions come up, like, "Oh, I saw you. I saw that. Didn't y'all just do the? Oh, and then I saw the whole notification, and I'm like, okay." And some
But why you don't never say nothing on Facebook?
right. And so sometimes I feel like you just gotta kind of like have people gonna engage with you. Just let them engage. However they do, even though they may do it behind closed doors.
To be honest with you, though, it kind of boggles my mind a little bit because I would have to wonder, like, why you would like for instance, if I was friends with like, I don't know, Michael Jordan or something, like before he was Michael Jordan.
Okay. Okay.
And then Michael's posting pictures of himself in the gym and working with his coach. And, I'm the friend that's like, yeah, that's so cool. Like, man, keep going, keep doing your thing. Like, that's major,
Yeah.
like, but for others, it's like, oh, that's Michael Jordan. No, he thinks he's too much for me now, so I'm not gonna send him a message. And it's just like, why would Michael Jordan be any different from who Michael Jordan was before you were talking to, like when y'all were friends before?
Like the
versus
high school
now?
Michael Jordan versus the Chicago Bulls world champion Michael Jordan.
What makes him so much different other than him having a status?
You know
now?
what? And you know what it is? I feel like you just said, you just said it. You just took the words right out of my mouth. As far as somebody thinking you have a status now,
But they're still the same person,
right? But sometimes perception isn't always reality for everybody because they see and perceive you a certain way, especially when they see us on this platform, and then they go through comments and they see what people say in their mind is like, oh, that ain't the same BJ. Oh, that ain't the same Asia. No, they on a whole nother plateau, and in actuality, it's like we don't think of ourselves any different than what we did before we started doing YouTube.
Thing, yeah. And what's crazy is I'm like, going back to that Discord conversation, I'm like, I could get on the phone and ask any one of them like how much we've changed since we started, and they're gonna all say that we've been the same. We've been the same people. Like, no matter how much y'all have grown, y'all are still the same people. And that's the thing is, and I guess why I just get so in my head about it sometimes, because I'm like, I don't think I'm better than anybody. I don't think I'm greater than anyone. Like, I look at people as I would look at myself, and that's, to me, I just feel like no matter how much success we have in life, like, you can't ever put yourself on a pedestal that's not
Above
equal to
anybody else.
above anybody, because at the same time, like, I bleed just like you do.
Absolutely.
I have red blood just like you do. We put on our pants the same way, like.
And I feel like with us coming from humble beginnings, that's kind of like the mantra that we live by every single day.
Yeah.
Is because like it's like no matter how high or how high you feel like you're going, you could always be brought back down to ground level. So
with the quickness.
So I'm always living in that mind frame of just being humble, just doing the work.
Absolutely.
And when people show us love, like, I'm always reciprocate it.
Yeah. And but the way that we do that, though, I feel like the way that that's been maintained is because the people that we do surround ourselves with are people that are going to talk to us like regular, normal people. Like, we are just like them, and that's what I feel like has kept us so grounded, like the people that we do talk to on Discord, the people that have, because they're not just yes men.
These are going to be like friendships for like a lifetime.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. I agree.
I've gained a lot more friendships than I've lost. Like, I've had like people that's known us for like 20 years that, lost our phone number, unfollowed us, unfriended us, don't even know why.
Yeah. You don't know why.
But to each his own. But I feel like we've gained a whole lot more than we've lost.
Yeah. Especially when you're talking to somebody and they're like referring to you as, hey, superstar.
I know that irritates me.
Yeah,
that irritates me, especially when they lead with that.
Yeah, hey, big timer, and I'm like, no.
I don't even see myself as a big timer.
I mean, shoot, I live in a regular, jugular neighborhood in a regular, jugular house. Okay,
right. But
that's it.
But sometimes I feel like when they think that, I'm just like, I mean, hey, if that's what you think, that's how you feel. Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing, because I know what the real deal is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I mean, like, to be for real, like, yeah, I would like to one day or someday, just be able to be like, man, like, we got the big, nice white house
with the picket fence.
with the picket fence and 5 acres and a camper and a boat and jet skis and
That's your dream? What dream is that? When you dream that?
I mean, for sure. I can't. I'm,
That shoot.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like I feel like those are big timers. Okay, like no. Okay, we no. We don't have none of that.
Yeah. No jet skis, right?
No boat.
No lake in the back of the house and
Okay.
none of that stuff.
We just got a second car.
Yeah. But
So like y'all.
but we understand what they mean when they say like superstar. I feel like they just say that because of the eyes that are on us,
Yeah,
and
that's it though.
and the visibility. It can't get to people because sometimes you have people that's like, well, why not me? I tried it.
Yeah.
Why couldn't that happen to me? Some of that plays a part because I've known some people that have tried doing YouTube, tried to
Yeah.
do social media, and it didn't work out, and they look at us like, well,
Well,
what did we do to get
thing
in this
is,
position?
It takes time. Like nothing happens overnight. You
Yeah.
know, like even if you are starting a channel, like even if you are starting, wanting to get into YouTube and start your own thing, like it does not happen overnight. Like we started from one, just like everybody else did. Like in
We started
terms
from
of
one subscriber and we
one
started with one
subscribers,
video.
Yeah. And so you have to just take it step by step and not compare yourself to other people like, oh, these people started before we did or after we did and they're doing better and their views are this. And it's just like you can really start getting in your head about stuff and it's quick and easy to give
It'll
up.
discourage you.
Yeah, because
discourage you.
you're not keeping up with everybody else and everybody is on their own path.
Right.
You
You got your own journey.
Everybody is on their own journey and everything happens when it's supposed to happen. It'll fall in place when it does, but you have to be consistent and you have to stick with it and be dedicated to it because you do have to dedicate a lot of time and effort and lose a lot of sleep.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, all I can say is that we are like highly favored and highly blessed
Yes.
at the end of the day. So,
Yes.
man.
Here's another one.
Okay.
Do you guys plan on having any more kids?
Ooh,
We
I
get
saw
that question
that
almost
one.
every day.
I saw that one.
When y'all gonna have another baby?
I had
What?
I had a feeling you was gonna pull that one out the bag for sure.
Because that's a popular question. We get asked now. I don't think we've ever answered it really just straight out. But
Oh, you remember the time when we were like telling everybody we had a surprise?
yeah, we got on live and we're like, yeah, we got a surprise. We have a surprise for everybody.
And what was the first thing that people started saying? It's like they knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
What were they saying?
Asia's pregnant. Oh, Asia's pregnant. Nope.
Oh,
It wasn't that.
man.
It was not that. Okay.
Yeah, so it was like whenever when we answered that question, asked that question, like it's saying that we had a surprise, and if anybody could guess what the surprise was, y'all kind of let us in on what's on y'all mind for us.
But that's happened more than once, though. That's happened more
Are
than
y'all waiting
once.
on that to happen?
Yeah.
Are
I
y'all
think
waiting on that
so.
to happen?
Like low key, yes, I think they are.
Yeah. But to answer the question, I would like another child. I would like boy or a girl.
But okay.
Now I can say that I would be open to, but just we did go to Disney World recently over the summer, and like when you go to these places, like that can sit there. Like that can really like sit on your mind as far as like, do you really want to have kids when you go to these amusement parks and you see these badass kids and they like young, like 3 years old. One might be like 1 year old.
Throwing tantrums
Throwing
and stuff.
tantrums, falling out.
Yeah.
All the extra stuff you got to do because you got toddlers.
And then BJ be like,
And I can't stand the strollers.
oh, the stroller. No, the car seat.
The car seat, the
car
stroller.
seat is like a weight by itself.
That discourages me.
Yeah.
Because like our kids are 14 and 10.
Yeah, very independent.
Yeah. So
Very
they are already
independent.
kind of like doing their own thing now, and it's
Yeah.
like going back and starting at the very beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
It scares me sometimes.
That's the thing. Like
That scared me.
I think that's why I just, and with our schedules just being so hectic the way that it is right now, I'm just like, just the idea. I feel like every time I get pregnant too, I gain a lot of weight. Like that's another thing. Like I don't know about that. It takes forever
I
for it
feel
to
you.
come off.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know,
I
and
got you.
then the struggle of carrying big babies. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Asia, you are a big baby carrier.
I am a big baby carrier.
How many pounds was you when you was born?
10 pounds.
So you was 10 pounds, and then
Yeah.
our son, both our sons were like 8 pounds plus.
8'4", 8'13",
Woo!
and 8'2".
8 pounds, y'all. So yeah, I feel for you, babe.
Yeah, and
Only-
all of them were early for that reason.
Yeah.
So
It was tough for us when we was raising our kids, just like anybody else. Like going to work, having a 9 to 5, trying to send your kids to like good daycares, trying to send them to like Montessori schools if you can. So I felt like by the time our daughter started going to the kindergarten and she was leaving Montessori school, at that point we was like, babe, we're not having no more kids.
No.
We're not finna pay no more thousands of dollars a month.
for daycare,
Yeah.
like run. That's what I'm like, run. No more kids.
So yeah, I feel like when we made that pact, when Kaylee had her last day,
Yeah.
I feel like even to this day is like that's what we still living like that. Like
Yeah.
no.
No. No, I'm good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, to answer that question, yeah. What do you feel has changed about you since starting YouTube?
a lot. Like in like,
Come-
gosh, where do I start?
Yeah. This question might take a little bit of time because we want to cover this one right.
I feel like I have changed in terms of like my confidence. Like I used to have a lot of insecurities about things, like, especially my thoughts. I stopped questioning a lot of the things that, I had doubts about in my head because I've always been told some type of way or told differently. And I, like it's just something about like how I feel internally. I feel like my mental health is a lot better than what like probably the best has ever been.
That's important.
I don't think down on myself as much as I used to. I feel like the things that I have accomplished and I've worked very hard for in life were things that I deserved. And there were things that I genuinely had to like work for. I feel like I'm a lot more happier than I've ever been, like at this point in my life. And because before starting YouTube, like, there were a lot of sad moments, a lot of doubts, insecurities, sadness, trauma, abuse, just mentally. And it just seems like it was one of those things that I felt like I was very stuck in, very trapped, even with my music and stuff like that. Like I never really wanted to get into it because I wasn't confident enough to put it out. Like I felt a certain type of way about stuff that I would put out or that I would write or how I felt about it, and like I wasn't secure in doing it. Like I didn't have the confidence to put it out, even though like
I remember
good.
those early days with the music for sure, for sure.
Yeah, and so I would just write things and I'd record it on my phone and like that was it, and at the time, like also like I had lost my mom before we started YouTube. So it was just like there was like a trickle of things that started to happen. Like we were struggling. We had to move. We, moved here. And then like there was just a lot.
Yeah.
There was just a lot going on, like even with my family. And I finally just decided to like walk away from it all because I just felt like it was just turmoil. Like everything was... It was just nonstop, and always just confusion and back and forth and manipulation and just a lot of dirty stabbing in the back.
Yeah,
type stuff.
especially like you said, as far as like you said, family's supposed to support you, and you and I know that you wasn't getting that type of support from your inner family.
No, because it was always about like like kick you down and
tearing each other down,
kick you while you down type of thing, and really just about trying to see how bad they could make a situation for me and see how I could get out of it, and I just got tired of it. Yeah. And when you just locked into like a narcissistic family like that, and you are not wise enough to see what's really happening or what you're all being blended in with,
Yeah.
because it's a lot of triangulation, a lot of drama that
Unhealthy relationships
yes,
too.
unhealthy, and a lot of stuff I still can't really understand, to be quite honest with you. Like, but now, like in the place that I am in now, like I can see what has happened. Like I've had to get a lot of therapy. I've gotten, help for my mental like health, because I had to make myself better. Like I couldn't even go to sleep at night,
Yeah.
a lot of the times thinking about stuff that my family was doing to me, and I just couldn't understand it,
Yeah.
like, and I still can't. I still
And
can't.
it's sometimes as complex as that can be, it takes people time. It takes time for you to see things for what they are. Sometimes finally the blinders come off and you start seeing things for what they are. But just like you said, I feel like you come to a point in your life, you come to like a crossroad where it's like either I'm gonna continue taking this baggage with me, or I'm just gonna drop this baggage off right here and
Yeah.
and I'm gonna leave it behind.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was the choice that you had to make.
But it was
and
it was really hard to do that. I think, and I've tried to do it multiple times before in the past, and every time I'd get sucked back in, and
Right.
because my little heart can't take it, just wanting to be the one that holds everybody together, to keep everybody happy, and doing that, like I feel like it helped me live for myself, instead of living for someone else,
There you have
because
it.
when you have an expectation to always be perfect, or to always do things right, or to, obtain the perfect image, and not allowed to, be a kid, do what kids do, like go to parties and, twerking and just things that you would do as a young kid. Like, I just feel like, when you missed out on so much of that stuff because everything you did was always judged or pinned against you, or made you feel a certain type of way, or made them look a certain type of way. And it's just like you get so wrapped into that, where it's like you literally lose who you are.
Yeah, you do, especially when you're constantly told that you're doing something wrong or this is wrong.
Right.
And, there's never any like good self-talk, like as far as like what you're being told every single day. If you're always being told you're not doing good enough, or you're not,
You're not good enough.
This isn't
Like,
right.
Yeah, well,
It's always wrong.
when you like,
You're going to grow up that way.
the thing is like, even to say that though, like, part of the reason why I have 3 degrees is because it was like, let me do this and let me go get a degree, and let me get this degree, and let me do this, and maybe at that point, like, you'll accept me. You'll stop doing what you're doing and stop making me feel like I'm nothing, like that I don't matter, that my opinion doesn't matter, that whatever I say is stupid, like invalidation to the fullest, So, I've had to learn how to just sit with my thoughts and really know that what I think and what I feel is how I feel. And my validation is all that matters to me. So, and that's something that I feel like I've had to learn how to do. And by doing YouTube, like, it has allowed me to be very expressive. I have tapped in more with my creativity side, like even when it comes to singing, like, singing, doing things that I didn't do before, like in front of people that I love, but I couldn't love that and pursue that with
the baggage.
With the baggage. And YouTube would have been the same, which is probably why I'd waited this long in my lifetime to even be involved
because
with
we
it.
always brought that up too. Like, man, we could have been doing YouTube 5 years ago, or way before we did
like,
it.
Literally.
Yeah, but one thing that you have to understand too is like when things aren't right in your life, the things that you aspire to do, sometimes it's not going to come to fruition because there's a lot of like cleaning up. You got to like Eminem say, I'm cleaning out my closet.
Yeah.
Like, you got to do that self work first. You got to like get rid of some things that's not good for you in order for you to blossom and really accept your blessings the way that they're supposed to come at you.
And the thing is that I don't feel like, even in saying all of that like I was perfect because I wasn't perfect. But like, whenever I did make a mistake, it was like amplified. Like it was
Babe, I'm gonna tell you right now,
huge.
it's not a lot of big mistakes that you made in your life that I can sit here and see. You talk about some mistakes, but I'm saying maybe mistakes with how you've kept people around you that you shouldn't have had. But I'm just saying, as far as like personal mistakes that you made, like I don't think you ever made like a huge bad personal decision where someone will look at you and be like, and will want to treat you differently. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's the way it's always been for me until
right.
I decided that I didn't want to be a part of a family like that anymore. And since that time, like I've definitely found a sense of self. I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy about the person that I've, become thus far. Like I'm proud, like I don't have all the proud moments because thinking back in history, there's things that I wish I could have changed or done differently had I known what I learned later on. But, in terms of who I am now versus who I was before we started YouTube, like I feel like I'm in two completely different places. Like literally feeling like I want to die and remove myself from this earth, to feeling like there's nothing to live for, to feeling like I have everything to live for. And there's so many people that, fulfill my heart. Like they genuinely, like you guys genuinely make me happy. And what fulfills me the most is that I've been able to be who I am this entire time and not feel like I had to upkeep an image for someone else to please somebody else, because even though we were married, like I feel like I was like, it's like, and you probably know what I mean when I'm trying to explain. It's like I was married to you, but being controlled by somebody else.
Gotcha.
Both of us. Right. Like mostly not you, but in some instances it was you too. Like we both were. And when we were trying to break free from it and leave, and every time it was like, shoot, that little time we weren't talking to these crazy people, we felt free, literally felt free. And so, when you feel like you've been in a box, in a cage, everything you do is wrong, everything you say is judged, every time you make a wrong move, it's the worst thing possible on earth.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, like you start questioning yourself. You doubt your thoughts. You
do.
Can't make decisions. You are unsure of if you should or if you shouldn't. Like even when something's good, it's still in your mind. Like you don't even know that something's good because all I hear is what I know, and what's been put in my mind.
Right.
You're gonna look like this. My friends are gonna watch this, and you have to look like this when these people come over. And what's crazy is, faking like everything is okay when it's really not okay. Like really not okay. Yeah. So, and that's what sucks. So you get around people and other family members, and then you got to fake like everything's happy when really it's like, I know you really can't fucking stand me for real. Like faking to talk to me, faking to smile at me. It was fake, but you live and you learn.
Absolutely. You do.
So all that to say, like, I feel like I have definitely changed a lot, and I feel like my life has changed for the better. Like I feel free. I feel like I can be outspoken. I feel like I can be myself, without no hesitation, no doubts to that, and I can be okay with that, knowing that I am who I am, and that person is okay for everybody else, like,
amen.
And really, it was like YouTube was my validation to let me know that I wasn't crazy. Like I was just made to feel
You had
crazy.
you had it all together to
Yeah.
begin with.
I mean,
but sometimes you have distractions. You have people that come in between, like your true destiny and where you're going. And sometimes those people can feel and sense that you're gonna be on a whole nother plane in life. So their whole agenda in life is to try to deter you from your destiny. You know what I mean? And like you said, it seemed like soon as that weight was lifted off your shoulders,
Yep.
it's like you just started flying.
That's when everything
immediately
changed. Literally, everything changed when I did
that's
that.
how it goes.
But to say that though, like, and I don't say it like lightly. Like I feel like it was a very hard decision to make. Like if there was the one thing that I wish that I could have, it would be to have my entire family here to be on this journey with me and to laugh with them and tell them all the crazy stories and and include them, but at this point of my life now, I've like having to go through all of that, and the realization is like, shoot, it's not worth my happy place. It's not worth, my boundaries to be taken down for anything less than at this point, because I feel like I allowed them to be penetrated and walked all over, regardless of what I did or what I tried to do, even when it came to us, in our relationship. I'm surprised that we're still together sometimes, to be quite honest with you, despite all of that. It was just a lot. It was just a lot.
That's why I say us being together is way beyond any like human comprehension. It's God given.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you probably were like a blessing in disguise. And I feel like that was the reason why you were also so much hated, was because you started really opening my eyes up to a lot of things. Like even when we met, all the way through our relationship, you were trying to tell me certain things. And I was like, no, no, because they said this and this and this, you know what I mean? And so I, even above that, it was like I was still putting them first and above you. And whole time it really was just about the control.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I've taken that power back, and I'm proud of that.
That's why you can flex to that one right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because not a lot of people make it out.
Definitely. All that to say, like, I feel like over everything, I've taken my power back, and I've taken control of my life back, and I'm happy. Like I'm genuinely happy. Like I feel like other than the stresses of what we deal with on a daily basis, like I'll take that any day than going back and dealing with that shit all over again.
And y'all, we talk about it all the time about like how YouTube like really was like the benefactor that really helped catapult our lives to a whole different stratosphere.
Yeah.
And we didn't even realize it. We didn't realize what YouTube was doing for us.
Right.
Until it kind of like slapped us in the face one day. And
that was the reason why, like, I wanted to start YouTube. I don't know if we got to that question. Like, why we even started YouTube was because I wanted to come out of my like that hiding place, like that dark space that I was in, and start really putting myself out there to be like, we're going to make these videos and I'm going to be Asia. Like,
I'm going to be exactly who I am.
And I'm going to be Asia. I'm going to introduce Asia to myself, and I'm going to videotape it. So that way when I watch it, it's like, that's who she is. There's that laugh. That's the girl that, needs to come out of you. And it was therapy for me.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like it was too.
I didn't expect it to go. That's why I was like, when we started, it really wasn't anything serious. That's really what it was. Like, it was just like therapy. It was nothing more. We weren't trying to take it further. We weren't even going to take it seriously. I don't think. We were just, COVID came and we were here, and it was just nothing else to do. It was us and a little camera that we had.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it allowed us to be expressive. We were goofy. We were silly. We were, like all of those things, like things that I felt like I could never be before, on camera, in front of the public, and not care
Yeah.
Like, I think that was the biggest thing, was that I was going to do it. And I'm like, I don't care who watches it. Certain videos we were doing, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm even doing this like on camera. Cause I would laugh at myself, but
I know.
But it was like how I figured it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was when I started figuring it out. Like,
And yeah.
it's okay for us to be silly and be goofy and be funny and laugh a little. Like,
and then it also goes to show you that like you're never too old to kind of like reintroduce yourself to yourself.
right.
To really like,
Right.
yeah, and I felt like that's kind of what it did for us early on.
The other part of that
For
too
sure,
was
for sure.
like I told y'all, like, and I was at the time I was seeing a therapist, and that was something that she advised that I did. Was she's like, why don't you record yourself? Like, because I kind of told her at that time, I'm like,
You
we
did
were doing
bring that up,
and
yeah.
she's like, well, why don't y'all start, letting that be, your expression, and introduce yourself to who you are by being you on camera. And so when we started doing it, that's why I was like, okay, so let's, do these things, and the flexible thing, and
like the yoga,
yeah,
the lift challenge. Oh, the lift challenge was cold blooded. That was good. And then doing the
yeah.
yoga, we never did yoga a day in
we
our life
never
until
did
then.
it.
And
But
so
like, you remember how much fun it was,
That's
and
what
how
I'm
much
saying.
we laughed.
That's what I'm saying.
And
I feel like sometimes in like everyday life, like you don't have those innocuous moments where you can just laugh and just feel like we kids. And
right.
it was a great experience, something that we never did. And
Yeah.
I feel like with us discovering that really opened us up to ourselves and each other too.
Yep. And because
For real.
and you
Yeah,
probably
man.
felt to some degree maybe the same way, even though like your upbringing was completely different than mine.
Yeah.
So I feel like, for us to do that and kind of jump into it like the way that we did, like I had never felt like so proud of myself for even putting it out there to be seen like that. And that took a lot. Like, I feel like it took a lot for me to do that and to put myself out there. Even now, right now, I still feel like it takes a lot, to some degree for me to get up here and do this and not worry about, what the comments are going to say, who's going to say what, how bad is it, type of thing. Like, I've learned how to filter.
Yeah, because
emotions.
because you had that problem early on. It's
Yeah.
like, especially when you hang on to every single comment that you
Right.
see, and you just scroll down, and it's like you want to read everything, and you. Sometimes I feel like it's too much to take in because it's so much to take in at one time.
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta like dial back from it, and I sometimes be like, okay, and just be okay with who you are,
Right.
and what you did that day, and what the outcome was on that video.
To say it like all
Yeah.
of that, y'all, like I feel like I've come a very long way. I've come a very long way, health wise, mentality wise, like, and it's a great place to be in. But if you've ever been in especially, I don't think anybody could understand how deep it goes unless you've been in that situation. And narcissistic abuse is a real thing, and people don't, like, if you don't know, you don't know.
Right.
But if you know, like exactly what I'm talking about. And for other people that don't get it, that haven't been in that situation, they're like, I have no idea. Like, why would you even do that? Like, or how stupid could you be? Like, you'd have to understand to know what I mean, so that you could get it, and I can't make you understand something that you've never had to go through, but be thankful that you don't understand. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus, like I wish I was you,
Yeah.
but if you know, and you've been through that, like, I feel like if you have, it's very hard to get out. It's very hard. It's probably one of the most difficult things that you'll have to do and deal with in life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Okay.
Dang, you opened up a whole can with that. What was the question again? We just went off on a tangent. What has made you most proud about what you've accomplished on your YouTube journey? What has made you the most proud, and what were some of like the biggest milestones that you felt proud to accomplish in the YouTube journey. So it's like a
Man.
2-part question.
Yeah, it's like a
but
two-part. It does sound like a two-part question.
They kind of go hand in hand.
It's been a lot of milestones. We had a lot
I know.
of great short-term goals. We had a lot of long-term goals that we've touched on too. But just one real quick like milestone would probably be like, I feel like the live stream just opened up a whole new world for us, because when you're doing music reactions, it's like you record it and then you put it out and then you see somebody's comments. But in the live stream, it's like it's happening in the now.
Right.
It's live.
Yeah.
I can talk to you. It's almost like I can touch y'all. So when we started going live, and I think we came up on my birthday. It was like my first birthday of us doing
on
YouTube.
Yeah,
and you brought it up too. You brought it up too as well. When we hit 20,000 subscribers,
oh my
I
gosh.
promise you, I would have never thought that we'd have been on YouTube at that time, and we had 20,000 subscribers,
subs, yeah.
and we on live on my birthday. Like it was a triple entendre that day.
Yeah, well, that was a huge day.
I think, and I didn't realize it until we were in the moment that day, and I feel like it just slapped me in the face.
It like overwhelmed you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was too. I would have to agree. I felt like that was one of our like most memorable days. It was on your birthday, and
man.
I was like, "Hey, we hit 20,000!" I couldn't
And we hit
believe it.
20K.
Yeah.
I would have never thought that. I never would have thought that. So that's like one of our milestones. I feel like one of our proudest moments. I feel like every day I feel like a proud moment. Like, you know, and sometimes I feel like, you know, you can't wait until you reach 1 million subscribers to say, dang, man, I'm proud of what we did. I'm just proud that we like stayed the course.
Yeah.
More than anything. I feel like that's probably like the biggest thing, because and for us to see people like come and go, and for us to still be here and still be thriving and doing what we're doing and growing and doing it together, and you know, just continuing to level up. I feel like that's like the proudest thing that I'm proud of.
That's really
probably
good.
like more than anything.
Gosh, there's so many though. Like you said, it's like I can remember us even when we were just messing around, putting videos out, and I'm like, babe, we got 15 views.
Exactly.
And I was like, yeah, we got 15. Like,
and sometimes I gotta, and sometimes you know, and I love your excitement. Sometimes that's why I gotta try to like be more like living in the moment. Like just like you said, if we started a new channel and we got 15 views, like be proud of those 15 views that you got. Don't be so worried about getting to 100 before you gotten 15. So you've shown me that too, just to be more appreciative and show and just giving more gratitude for the day and what's going on right now.
Yeah, my most proud is, I would say, you know, doing everything that we've done and doing it on our own. Like, you know, there's nobody to say that they did something for me, that they paid for anything, that they did what they did, and you know, like
nobody put you in this place.
Yeah, nobody put you in this place. Like we worked so hard, you know, and I am so proud of like who we are now. Like I can remember oh gosh. I can remember being on the phone with you when you were working 2 jobs.
Yeah.
And I was crying because I'm like, hey, we never gonna get out of this. Like
those are those moments you think back.
We're never gonna get out of this debt. You know, like
how
we're gonna eat next week.
Even feeling like going towards like bankruptcy and stuff like that.
I was talking about bankruptcy, filing bankruptcy, and just feeling like shit. You know what I mean? Like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How do we get to this place?
Yeah, because it seemed like we was going in the right direction. Then it seemed like it was just like a crazy firestorm just out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if we got any tissue.
I don't know if I got tissues, but I didn't think I was gonna cry.
You wanna grab something real quick?
Yeah.
It's a dog toy right over here.
Here you go.
It's getting emotional here.
There wasn't much more that I could do to get out of our situation.
Yeah.
And I just feel so proud that, like, you know, where we're coming from, being that, you know, we were trying to figure out how we were going to get to our next meal sometimes, you know? And, you know, for the people that are out there that are like, you know, y'all just sit here and y'all don't do nothing and y'all don't, what this and that. And I'm just like, if only you knew to have, like, just know, like, we've been there. There's been times where we slept on the floor, when we didn't have furniture, when we couldn't pay the rent. BJ's parents had to pay the rent for us at times, like, because we couldn't, so I'm just proud to be able to provide and be fulfilled and be happy and be able to provide for our kids and for our family and maintain this household. And we don't need anybody. We needed them before.
Facts.
But, being from where we came from to where we are now, it's just like, gosh, I wish y'all, if y'all only knew, like, we know what it feels like to not have, to be without, to go without, and shoot, I'm proud.
Yeah, but I definitely feel exactly what you're saying when you speak on how much we work now.
Yeah.
Like back then, we thought we worked a whole lot.
Yeah.
Like, and I'll be honest, I remember back then I was like, I can't even tell you, like, I'm going on fumes. I feel like I'm like working to death, and to know like that there was way more work to be done beyond that, and for us to do it and to be where we are right now.
Yeah.
And to be able to sit here and say that that's something that we can be proud of, and we can sit here and say it with our chest out. Like, that's like one of the best things ever.
Yeah, we worked for
ever.
all of this, like opening the plaques up. Yeah. We've gotten 2 now. Almost we're going on a third one. And to say all of that, like the proudest part about all of it is that we did it. We did it by ourselves with our own blood, sweat, and tears put into this, and we did it not knowing what the outcome was ever going to be, and we still don't know. But like you said, it's like we're living for today, we're living for tomorrow, just taking it day by day, and just really counting every blessing that we do receive, because I feel like this has been an outpour of blessings, and the hardest part about all of it was letting go of the fear. I think I feel,
and people have, man, fear ain't fear a bitch.
Yeah,
because I feel
fear
like
has gotten in our way.
It's gotten in our way, and it gets in the way of a lot of people's lives in regards to like the fear of not being accepted, the fear of not doing good enough,
right?
The fear of failing, and it's like, man, you gonna fall 1,000 times, but you know what they say. You got to get up on that 1,001.
Right.
You got to get up.
Yeah.
And you got to keep on going, because you never know. Because like you said, we felt like we've been kicked down the stairs,
drugged down
into the basement, kicked in the dirt.
Still being drugged through the dirt.
You know what I mean?
But through all of that, it's like, shoot, we still standing and we still here.
That's what's most important.
And we standing strong, like, so
that's a good question.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, remember we were on vacation too, and we hit 100K on the movie channel, and I was crying in the middle of the restaurant.
Yeah. I can say
it's like you just be thankful for
that was a milestone.
It was a huge milestone, but it's like one of those things that you just like, every little thing that comes along in this journey is like huge to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not even kidding, y'all. We were at dinner on vacation in the middle of the restaurant, and I'm sitting here crying like a baby.
And we literally sat on our phones, and we sat there and watched it hit 100,000. And we're like, and I don't think it was necessarily us hitting 100K, but it was us hitting 100K and where we were at
the time,
at that moment of doing it already in a place where we already like.
We never thought we would even be able to come here.
Where we would even be, where we. In a place where we didn't even think that we would be.
Yeah.
And for us to be there and then celebrating that too, it was like one of those surreal moments.
Yeah, it was.
That's just also like another page in the storybook of AsiaandBJ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that was actually a really nice moment.
That's another milestone. That was another milestone that was meant to be, for sure.
Yeah, y'all. Even with y'all. Okay, I can keep going.
And hopefully somebody kind of remembers that. Back when we hit 20,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I remember we hit.
You definitely day one.
We hit 100K when we were live for 9/11 on the music
We
channel,
did.
and
Yep,
we were
yep,
waiting,
yep,
and
yep.
I was like, please,
Yep.
we just need 3 or 4 more subs. Like, y'all sub to the channel. And we were going crazy because we wanted that 100K so bad. We were about to get off, remember?
And we was like right there, and we literally stayed on there.
We stayed on until it hit.
We were talking to
like,
everybody in the live chat like, can somebody make a burner account?
Right.
No.
Please,
Somebody just get us
sub.
another. Somebody
Yeah.
just get us another sub.
And then as soon as we hit 100K, it was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you
Okay.
ever get tired of what you do?
Do I ever get tired? I feel like I get tired.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
I feel like I get tired. I can answer that question honestly and say I get tired, but to sit and say, tired of what we do, no, I wouldn't, because again, like I said, just going back a few years, everything could be completely different. So
Yeah.
no, every day you get up, it's like you just got to be thankful, one, that you can get up and breathe and that you got all your faculties together. But nah, I can't do no complaining right now because no.
Good. Yeah, no, I don't feel like that either.
No way. I don't think it's any
I
way
think-
that
I
we could be
think-
tired of what we're doing.
Yeah, I think like anybody else, you do get tired
And
because
worn down.
yeah, we do work every day, almost 7 days
7
a week.
days. Yeah, sometimes seven days.
Yeah, mostly 6, and then we try to rest on one day of the 7 days that we can,
Yeah.
if we can. But yeah, like we try to rest. Like, and we get tired, just like anybody else would get tired of going to work or getting up to go to work or getting dressed to go to work, or we get tired. We do get tired, but not in a way where it's just like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Yeah. It's never gotten to the point where we're
Yeah.
like, you get up and you tired and you're like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
It's been times,
I feel
obviously,
like-
when we was working corporate jobs where you wake up and it's just like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this, but
Like
shit,
real
when
yeah.
you're doing it for yourself, it's a different meaning and a
It's
different
a whole
purpose.
different. It's a whole different ball game.
and you don't mind waking up and going to work and doing what you got to do because it's for you and not for somebody else. And I always said to BJ when we started, I was like, when this is not fun anymore, then that's when we need to quit. Because we're not doing it for the right reasons. Like we're doing it because it's fun. And I would tell anybody if I were to give any advice to anybody that wants to start a YouTube channel, do not do it just for money.
Absolutely not. I feel like if you do it just for money, it's not gonna turn out the way that you want it to.
It is not.
And it's not gonna be successful because
No.
I feel like if you're just doing it for just the money, it's gonna show on camera in some way, shape, or form,
Yep.
or just the energy that you give off is gonna feel like you're not genuinely doing it for the right reason. And I feel like at the end of the day, you really gotta like have a passion for it. You really gotta want to get on here and actually laugh, smile, cry. Like you gotta be passionate about doing this
Right.
and actually putting your genuine self
Right.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that multiple times. I'm like, do y'all
About
ever
the
get
money?
tired of no. Do y'all ever get tired of doing YouTube? Like,
Yeah.
do you ever get tired of it? I'm like, what? I wish I could do more.
Right.
I wish I could do more. Like,
As far as like humanly possible, as far as what we can do, you can only do what
because
humanly possible.
I
but
love
you
it
do.
that much. Like like the community, the people, the good people. Like YouTube has restored my faith in humanity for sure.
Yeah.
In more ways than they could ever even imagine. Like,
Yeah.
and as cliche as it sounds, it's the absolute truth, especially for me. Like, because my background and where I come from is you have no idea like what it feels like to be as loved as like, because I've never felt love the way that I feel it from people on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Than what I ever felt in my real life.
And it's people on YouTube, like you said, like restoring somebody's faith in like
Yeah.
humanity, just restoring faith in mankind,
Yeah.
human nature, and we see like the ugly parts of human nature. That's always gonna be there. The love, the sincerity, the inspiration and motivation.
Yeah.
I feel like we get that like tenfold over
Yes.
the hate and all the ugliness. And I feel like
That's what makes
that's what
it
you
so
feel.
worth it.
Yeah,
because
you can feel that.
that's what drives us. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like that's what makes you happy to get up. And like on the days where, I mean, there are days that you get up and it's just like, God, I really just don't feel like doing anything because I am tired. You know,
Right.
like especially when leading up to those vacations that we, like we work in and we try to record so much content before we go.
Right. We do.
And by the time, like I said, by the time that day comes for us to leave,
We be tired. We be dead tired. I remember the very last vacation we went on when we tried to sit here for like 5 days in a row and just really like bang out content.
Oh my gosh.
Like I remember exactly what you're saying.
Those
like,
are
that
the
last
longest
day or
days.
two. Oh my gosh.
And then what we go through, like when we go on vacation, like I remember we because we uploaded the wrong episode and in the wrong order, and I couldn't render it back to the rendering thing.
Yeah, and we couldn't fix it. and
So,
we tried.
Yeah, we tried, like, and I couldn't. We were,
And it was.
We ended up getting to this little resort somewhere, and we were in the back of the resort
with like a little, with like 1.5 bars of
electricity power in the laptop
and wireless internet.
And we were like, please let this go through and upload. Like,
and we sat there for like an hour to let it try to do it, and it didn't even work.
Right in the middle of vacation, y'all. Like, kids sweating in the sun, and I'm like, wait,
y'all, go get y'all another icy. Go get some more chips. We finna chip. We just need 30 more minutes.
We just got to get this done.
And they sitting there like, is it done yet? It looked like it's at 36%, and then it just stopped, and it don't even go no further.
And the thing was, and the reason why I was so critical that we did that is because we had everything else after that, but that one episode we couldn't
put it out.
We couldn't put it out, or obviously that would have stopped everything else that we had to put out because we couldn't have put that one out.
If we can't put episode 8 out, we can't put out 9, 10, 11, and 12.
So we had
that
to
was
figure
the
out how to
debacle.
get 8. Yeah, we had to do it.
Yeah.
So, or we couldn't have done anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we just have to find like a little workaround. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
But again, it just kind of shows you guys like our dedication to our craft and what we do. That even though like if we're gonna be trying to go out of town and leave, we always still thinking about you guys and making sure that we like give you guys content. In actuality, we have people that's dependent on us.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because when we
and
read
it's a
the comments
responsibility,
and, you guys have gotten us through this, or you got me through this, and I was going through a hard time, and I watched you guys every day, and y'all got me through so many, bad times. Like, the list goes on and on. Like, people telling us we saved their life, and if it wasn't for y'all, like, hearing your story about this, or so.
And we get emotional when we read those comments too. And we it's like we can feel y'all energy and the sincerity in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means a lot. So, for what it's worth though, I think, every little bit of what we've done has changed us in the best way, and that a person could possibly change and for the better. Like, I don't feel like I said, it's like I'm not more cocky. I might walk with my chest out now because I feel like I have earned and I've gained that confidence in myself. Like,
you got to earn the right to put your chest out.
Yeah,
to stick your chest out. You got to earn that right.
Well, I mean, like in a way where I feel like, shoot, like there isn't anything that anybody could tell me that would make me feel like I am in less than, or I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve. Because I feel like at the end of the day, everybody deserves a good life. Mm-hmm. Everybody deserves to be happy. Yeah. Everybody deserves, to find what it is that they are placed on this earth for and fulfill that. Like there is a purpose and there's a place for everybody. And once you are able to find that place and find that peace within yourself, like nothing can touch you. Like there's nothing that can stop you from doing that.
It's almost like a force field to be.
Yeah,
will just form around you. So,
but it
anything
takes
on the
a lot
outside.
of a person to be able to put that together. Because it's like you get the pieces throughout life that builds you to the person that you are. And once you become that person, and once you really can piece together who you are, what you're here for, what purpose you serve.
Yeah.
You can get so much more out of life, once you're able to do that.
And bam.
And shoot, nothing can stop you.
Yeah. And what you're saying that you only live life once. You only have one opportunity to do this. So to really find your purpose, is like really like living your life to the fullest.
Yeah.
And doing it without fear.
Right. Exactly, y'all. This has
Yeah.
been really good.
Y'all,
I feel like I could keep going, but obviously I don't want to make it too long, and hopefully y'all got something out of this too. Like,
yes.
if there's one person that I can even inspire, just even with telling my story a little bit,
For sure.
because even now, as you can see, like I feel like I'm so filled with emotion. Like there's if I left you with loopholes or questions, or like she's not really saying much about a lot, just know,
yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of trauma and things that have taken place, just in my life in general, that I feel like is still very hard to talk about. It's hard to discuss. It's even hard to think about it.
Yeah.
So to even up to talk about it, and to speak openly about it. Like, I feel like even when I have conversations with BJ, like I can't conversate with him without even crying sometimes, because it just runs so deep. So and if you can understand that, like, I appreciate you for just working with me here. Just work with me.
Yeah. and you don't, you can't tell your whole life story in an hour. So it's
maybe over time, like, stuff will kind of start coming to the surface, because, there's moments I'm not proud of. There's things that I don't talk about because I just feel like they just fester up so much emotion and so much pain and hurt, and it runs very deep for me. So, for anybody that can understand that, I appreciate y'all for just being patient and listening.
We couldn't get to all the questions, or your particular questions, but we'll probably have another forum where we can pull up with you guys on another episode and kind of like dig into some more questions, because I know a lot of you guys really want to know like personal stuff about us.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all been watching us for a while.
Yeah.
If not years. Or or some of you guys have just now come along and started watching us, but we'll definitely have another opportunity to kind of like venture into some more of these questions and really kind of give you guys us.
Yeah. And if there's more questions that y'all want to know, maybe something that we didn't cover, perhaps we probably still haven't, because we had so many questions, but drop the question in the comment section, and I'll try to take note of those so we can save them for like a part 2 of this, like later. Later.
Yeah.
This was actually a really nice segment. BJ was really pushing for us to like really kind of get into a personal, aspect of today's show. So I hope, we gave a little bit, but for whatever it is worth though. Like, we appreciate y'all for, tapping in, hanging out, listening to our story, listening to our journey here on YouTube. But more than anything, we thank y'all so much for all the love, support, the prayers, the outpour of just, everything that y'all give to us to keep us going. So we appreciate y'all so much for that. And
and make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes from Asia and BJ. Y'all tap in. Let us know what's up.
Yeah, y'all. So if ain't nobody else told y'all, I love y'all.
We love you guys.
And we're going to see y'all on the next episode, y'all. Y'all stay tapped in. Everybody stay up. And
absolutely
love somebody.
Absolutely, okay? Man. Peace and blessings, man. We love each and every last one of y'all. Y'all be light.